Alright, we're going to talk about this. Hello, everyone. It's me, yours truly. Since my birthday is today, I thought it would be interesting to switch things up a little bit. The question this time around, what would you consider to be my best song? Originals, collabs, remixes all count here. So, whatever you have to say, I'm all open to hear it, and these are the best responses. Here we go. I have no idea. I haven't really delved into your Discog enough, only listening to recent stuff, but Hot Desert has always been a standout to me. The somber atmosphere and lyrics that reflect losing yourself all work extremely well with the more deep, if that's the right word, feel of the track. It's something I'd like to see you and others try more. There's not enough truly deep and sad EDM nowadays, and I feel like you captured it perfectly on Hot Desert. Funny story about Hot Desert, actually. That song has been on my computer since 2020. I started working on that one ever since Built by Nature was still kind of in the works. It wasn't meant to be on Built by Nature, but it just kind of came on after the fact. I had no direction for the song, but I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out, I think. Maybe it's bias, but I do really like Japan. Honestly, totally fair. I think it worked as the first single for the Fantasy album, and of course you did the remix for it. Don't lie to me, you're totally biased. Not for real, I'm glad you like this song. It's a pretty fun one and I had a good time making it. Used to be Time Travel from World Peace EP, but now it's Labyrinth from the Future EP. Both of those are pretty deep cuts. Those aren't even on my Spotify. Those are from 2017, 2018. That's crazy that you really like those ones over the new stuff. But I mean, I guess someone has to, right? But yeah, he's referring to Labyrinth, which is a song I did with Thunderbeats, who I've collaborated with multiple times in the past. Not so much lately. Maybe I should hit him up again. I have a couple here for the track Way Back off of Fantasy 2. Both people were actually on the remix comp as well. But yeah, just Way Back was a really cool answer to see here because I didn't really think Way Back would have been even close to an answer on here. I didn't think people liked it that much, but to have two of those answers here, that really took me by surprise, honestly. It was just a really simple intro. Fun fact, if you play this intro right after the end of Fantasy 1, the end of I Don't Know, it kind of transitions into itself, which was always kind of the goal, was just to kind of make it feel like you were exiting 1 and entering 2 on the same note. So yeah, that's a little fun fact if you didn't know that. But yeah, that's really awesome to hear. Here's a couple of answers for River of Dreams, the one that just came out not too long ago. Yeah, this one was a really cool one to make because it was part of because it's part of the Psyduck and Amphlara collaboration comp, and when we got the notice that it was happening, I immediately was like, yeah, I have to get Josh on this track. That's what we made, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm really glad that it's resonating with a lot of people, too. That makes me happier more than anything. The Signia remix of My Angel, what the since when did Seven Lions Trifecta, Last Heroes, and AU5 all have a secret all-alias making remixes for Xorro? But yeah, no, when they asked to make, they wanted the remix, and I sent them the stems. I think it took them a good month maybe, and then they sent it back to me, and I was like, whoa, this is insane. I did not expect this level of quality. So yeah, shout out to Signia, and I think they have a new track on Full Flex Audio's latest comp too, so definitely take a peek at that. A Cloud is my pick. It has your best vocal performance, and the way it's structured is extremely cool. Plus, it's produced really well, and it's a song of yours that aligns the most with my music taste. Amazing song overall. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And there's a lot of really cool things about this track because it was half inspired by Cloud None. And do keep in mind this was 2019, so early Cloud None. And then also it was sort of half inspired by Tristram. You can probably tell in the vocals, I guess. It was kind of a weird mixture of the two worlds, I guess. So, but yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever made too, so I'm glad it resonates with us somehow. 2030 is the first song of yours I heard way back when, and it's still far and away my favorite. It's a seemingly unorthodox song compared to the rest of Built by Nature, and I love the identity it holds on your discography. It works both in the album's context and as a standalone song, always hitting hard with the punchy drop and eerie atmosphere, not to mention the melodies. What an earworm. I love hearing what people think about these songs because I really don't know. Because I see a lot of people, and most of the time I'll hear like good song or some like emojis maybe. But I love hearing thoughts, even if they're negative. I love hearing like opinions, because I really want to know what y'all think. And hearing stuff like this and the one we're about to read is like, that shit makes my day. Even this track that I'm not even like 100% proud of nowadays, because this song in particular uses a lot of sampling, because I didn't really have a lot of dubstep. I didn't really have a lot of knowledge on making dubstep back then. Sure, I listened to it a lot, but I was never skilled enough to like make my very own like basses and drops and stuff like that. So it was really just a matter of just like sampling shit really hard and just sticking to what worked, and I'm really glad this worked for you. Out of everything I have heard up to this point, Time Flies is still my favorite song from you. I could go on about this song, the bass in the background of the song, catchy vocals, fun rap section from PyCon, the kick-ass solo and atmospheric outro are all a perfect blend. I find myself listening to it all the time, hands down, the best song in terms of my music enjoyment. And that one's from my bud Jake the Snake, so thanks dude. This is another fun one, another collaborative effort from a friend of mine, PyCon. We sort of kind of hit each other up at one point, and we were just like, hey, let's make a song. And so I pulled out this sort of old ID that I had from like early 2021. He liked it, and I just kind of got to work on it, and that was pretty much the end result. I don't think the song would have been as good as it was without him, honestly. And finally, this person says, all your songs. I know you're lying to me, but I appreciate the compliment. But no, if you really do enjoy all my songs, then that's honestly really awesome. I wish I had more to say about that, but it's just awesome. And that about does it for this episode of TVR Asks. By the time this video comes out, I will have officially turned 22 years old. So there's that. Also today is the start of the Season 4 request rankings. So if you haven't seen it already, it's the ranking of Subtronics' Fractals album, which just got uploaded earlier today if you haven't watched it yet. Got a ton of fun projects coming up here on Season 4. I can't wait to share with y'all, and I hope to see you there.